You're watching Berita Satu English, and this is The Perspective, and we're still talking to Grace and Soraya today about how to say generating fund. This is what you do. Try to generate fund because having an organization that handles in prevention and protection for women and children need funding. And you need to go on by. Yeah. Now, going back to this project that you have in Surabaya, which is very close to the Doli Jalan Doli area in Surabaya, as we know, that's recently been closed by the mayor. But it doesn't stop there, because the violence stays, because the children have been living, born, bred, and they grew up in that area. Yes. So go on, because you were explaining about the project.
Yes, our last reported until July, it's around nearly 200 cases reported to the Cahaya Mentari.
200 cases of
violence.
Okay.
So include
against
children and women.
Children and women.
And mostly are in the domestic violence. Okay. I already mentioned about Cahaya Mentari. So Cahaya Mentari itself, it's like a local institution that coming from the work of these 7 women. When they start in 2006 that I mentioned before. So when they gather together and they give their time, dedicate their knowledge, talents to work against women violence and child violence. So what we are doing is educate them, bring them, introduce them to the other network, to the police, to the hospital, to the judge, to the court. So that is what we teach them.
What kind of education you give them here, particularly about the violence itself? About how they can deal with the violence, and who, for instance, who to call, who to connect, and how they can psychologically or physically.
That's right. So first is the knowledge about rights of women, rights of child, because violence itself is already against human rights. That first. Then second, how develop their skills. So we work with the university, Surabaya, bring all the psychology and also people that really know how to handle victims or survivor on violence. So they become more and more understand. And then they become volunteers, like doing counseling for the community that come to these 7 women. Actually, it started, then we ran a small building in that community.
In the
community.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Because that it's still supported by us. Yeah. And then this woman have it's like doctor schedule, so every day they open and the community can come to us counseling. Once they do not know, they can challenge, bring these people to referral other referral connection. So that is what we tell them again about how you know your referral, other referral departments to police, or if that already are legal issues, or to the doctors if we need FISM or something like that. So it started like that since 2006 for almost 2 years. And you know, currently what I can tell is they already become so professional. And this institution itself, Cahaya Mentari, it's become independent institution. They have their own board. Wahana Visi Indonesia itself, because we will close our project at that area for next 2 years.
Move on to the next project.
So and move to the other area because we have NPOSO and TTS as well. So what happen now, this institution can independent even we teach them how to find funding for themselves. So like doing fundraising, develop proposal, and build their network to other channels.
So in the long run, they will be able to run their own project
That's
and perhaps extend the same knowledge to the other areas. If need be.
Yeah.
Now, Aya, what has been the main challenge in trying to socialize these type of programs or efforts or any programs at all to the public that this is for a good cause?
Well, the main challenge is, I think, because this kind of issues, women's rights, violence against women's rights is not a sexy issues, and then and it's a scary issues for them to be able.
Do you think
to
it's
talk
still
about.
taboo for communities in rural areas to talk about these issues?
Yes, very much. Because if we're talking about domestic violence issues, there's still many communities, people think that this is something that need to be done inside the family, but not
And not
outside.
share with the public.
Yeah, not the public. And then I just want to remind you that, like you said, 2003, there's a big increase, right? And then 2003, we have about 560 cases, and now we have 279,763 cases being reported. Yeah.
Yes.
Many people think that's a huge increase this past 10 years.
Yeah.
But we see that this is something that a good thing, because there's a lot of people aware and want to report the violence that they're gone through.
Yeah. Instead of seeing that from the side that violence rate has risen, but at the same time the awareness from the people
awareness,
to report.
because in 2003 the awareness of the society is not, they don't understand that if women going through violence, they need to report it to the police or to the authorities, and then that awareness is increasing, and then that's a really good.
It's a snowball effect. That
and also there's a lot of organization that trying to give prevention programs like in Indonesia, and then
realizing that there's a demand.
Yes, yes.
All right. We're in the last section. We're talking to Aya and Grace about one particular program that they are organizing at the moment to raise a fund for their movements and for other programs in the future against for prevention and also handling of violence against women and children. Don't go away.